Alrighty guys, welcome to the final episode of Pokemon Legends ZA. Last episode we caught the two legendary Pokemon, Yveltal and Xerneas. After that we started the Infinite ZA Royale, and let's talk about what I did between episodes. But before that, if you guys do like this video and the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, first thing I'm going to mention here, I have, in the ZA Royale, made it to all 14 reward matches done, with only one more to go where we have the challengers ticket for it. We'll talk more about the Infinite ZA Royale when we actually get to it. Other than that, you can see my Mabel's research is at 49%. This is because I went and fully completed my Pokédex, caught every Pokemon except for Zygarde, who is not available just yet. On top of that, we got every single Mega Evolution Stone except for Zygarde's, and this mystery one right here, which is related to the Infinite ZA Royale. I guess we have Zygarde's Mega Stone, we just don't have Zygarde himself. And so, to do that, to complete the Pokédex was actually pretty easy. The EVs was the hardest one because I had to go get 8 of them. And because it's technically a rarer spawn, it just took a lot of back and forth between hopping back and catching a bunch of Pokemon, back to try to catch an EV, and so on. You'll see here in Mabel's research, the hardest ones for me, I truly believe, were not even filling out Pokédex. It was, and it's going to be tough to find, it's all these catching types. You basically have to catch 50 Pokemon of each type, and some like Dragon and Steel just don't have a lot to find. So it was really just bouncing back and forth between wild zones. I kind of went through all of them, like 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, all the way up to 20. Again, with bouncing back and forth between 19 to try to get the EV. And then once I started needing specific ones, like I came down to, I think, Steel, Fire, Electric, and Dragon were the only ones I had left. I started going to, and Psychic was one as well. Started going to specific ones like the Slowpokes here, counted as Psychics. I came here to just see if there were any Alphas I could catch or any Fire types I could catch. I actually completed that one before I even did the Pokédex completed, just because I was waiting on the EVs. And then other than that, yeah, I kind of just bounced back and forth. On top of that, we also had to get a bunch of the Mega Crystals for the Mega Stones. That took a long time. I think that was actually my longest grind. So what I would do is I'd start over here in Magenta Sector 9, run across these rooftops, then I'd teleport to 9, go on the rooftops here to get some more Mega Crystals, teleport over to Restaurant Laye, where there's actually this hallway here has a bunch of Mega Stones, or Mega Shards. And then I'd come back to Hotel Z, run across this rooftop right here, and there's a bunch like right in here near Vert Sector 5. After that, I'd go do a night of ZA Royale, then I'd come back and once again run it again. I think I was, again, spending more time trying to get these Mega Crystals than I actually was in the ZA Royale when it comes to just time spent on it. Same with the EVs. I think catching all the Pokemon for the missions took way longer than the ZA Royale. Overall, the ZA Royale took me about 2.5 hours, whereas the catching Pokemon probably took around 3. If I had to guess, I didn't time it, but I'd say that's about right. I would go through all of my boxes because as you can see here, we now have 21 boxes full of Pokemon. None of these matter. They're all duplicates, almost every single one. There might be some alphas mixed in here, but I didn't separate them. The ones I did separate is we did get a few new alphas here. Let me just go ahead and put this Alpha Froakie right here. But yeah, we got some alphas. If it was new ones like Froakie or any that were, you know, notable, like I finally caught that Sharpedo, got a random Mega Dragonite, to random Mega Clefable, a Mega Vanillux, all that stuff. I just threw them back here. But the important ones is that I got some shinies. So I actually ended up finding a shiny Weedle, who I evolved into Beedrill. Found a shiny Patrat, which evolved into Watchog. And honestly, I didn't like Patrat, but I really like shiny Watchog. I think it looks pretty cool. And then I got a shiny Phalanx. Again, another one I just think looks really cool. On top of that, a lot of these have Mega forms, so we were able to view Mega Beedrill and Mega Phalanx in their shiny forms, which I thought was cool. And then we have our 2 Pokemon here, which we're going to be getting into right away. I was using Metagross here. He can actually just go back into my box. He's a really good way to farm the shards, the Mega Shards, because he flies, so he can reach ones on walls. He can learn quick moves like Bullet Punch and Tackle. Swift, I just gave it to him because it's another quick one, but also Earthquake. So he can get rid of a bunch in big range and then start bullet punching and tackle and basically just infinite. I'm pretty sure there's no cooldown if you just spam the 2 of them and then throw in an Earthquake in there. He was just very quick to use. But yeah, we now have this Pikachu and Aurorus, which I can actually now just go ahead and Move over to this box. I kept them separated because I knew I would need them. And as we know, I do have a few more side quests remaining, including the world's greatest Pikachu, Alola Raichu, Tyrantrum's Furious Jaws, which is just show him a Tyrantrum, and the power of Aurorus. So, let's go ahead and take care of those real quick. Aurorus is level 60. You don't see my team's level. I'm at a level 96 for Alligator, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So let's go ahead and quickly swap out all of them. Oh my God, Aurorus is Mega'd right now. I need to make her run out of her Mega real quick. All right, get rid of that evolution there, the Mega. Go ahead and put her away, and then we can go ahead and swap for Alligator out. We will start with the Pikachu here. So my Pikachu is level 59. After I got him to about 60, I went ahead and stopped. You can see we have a ton of EXP candies. You get like 10 to 15 medium EXP candies per win of the ZA Royale. So there we go. We have a level 67 Alpha Pikachu now. He should very easily be able to handle what we're about to do. So let's go ahead and change the moves up a little bit. This really has one strategy to beat this Pikachu, because you're just fighting another one. And that is to use... where is it? We want to use... Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. We're looking for a specific move, and I don't think I have the TM of it. Yeah, I just don't think I ever picked this up, because Pikachu should be able to learn it. We go to Hotel Riches Me real quick. We should be able to find it. There should be a guy standing right over here. Yep. TMs. Unfortunately, I just had never seen him or talked to him. So there we go. We get TM028 Dig, which Pikachu should be able to learn, which is also going to be a little bit helpful against a Raichu. In fact, we'll go ahead and change move since we're going to be fighting a Raichu. I don't think we actually get anything we can use here. What's up with Raichu? We'll go ahead and throw Dig on instead of Charge. Then we're going to throw Reflect on. Our plan here is to Reflect, Light Screen, and then counter his digs with our digs. So, let's go ahead and head back over to our Pokemon trainer here. It's pretty much the same with the Raichu first, but we got to use this Pikachu to beat his Pikachu before we can go fight his Raichu. So you really want your Pikachu strong? Okay, yeah, let's fight. It's go time, partner. Let's show him what the strongest Pikachu in the world can do. Yeah, we'll see about that, kid. All right, Pete. So what we're going to do, throw up Reflect. When he digs, we dig immediately after. He pops up. Then we hit him with our dig. We throw up a Light Screen. Again, this is just in case we get hit. We're basically just going to counter his attacks with our attacks this entire time. Oh no, a Protect. He digs. We immediately dig after. And we win. You can actually do that with like a level 50 Pikachu. You can do it with as low of a Pikachu as you want, because theoretically, you don't get hit, but you don't want to get killed by his Iron Tail either. So I had the Reflects and Light Screens up just in case. We're going to do almost the exact same thing with the Raichu. Whoa, I can't believe your Pikachu beat my Light Ball boosted partner. Can you tell how shocked I am? You're both super strong for sure. I'm so impressed I'll even give you this Light Ball. If we wanted to, we could also go throw the sand on Pikachu to make his dig even stronger, but I don't think we need to. Don't worry, I have heaps of these things at home. And hey, Pikachu, don't you worry either. We'll just train more and get even stronger, okay? If we get to level 100 with our Light Ball, we'll be the best in the world for real. I would say that would be very strong. So there we go. Our Pikachu is now finished. So we'll go ahead and evolve him now. Because I went the wrong way. There we go. Now we gotta go fight a Raichu with our Raichu. Again, we're not gonna change the strategy because I'm pretty sure it'll be the exact same. We'll throw Reflect and Light Screen up, then we'll just dig him and then kill him. And then we get Thunder Punch for Raichu. Not gonna use it, so instead we'll go ahead and Alola Raichu. I pass by this person every time I come back to Quasartico to fight in the promotion, not promotion match, but basically promotion match. I want to talk to her every time because I know I can beat her now. Oh, you brought a Raichu. Well, then, care to battle my Alolan Raichu? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Psychic Electric. That's right, I don't think we'll have any troubles here. I think it usually has Levitate, actually, as its ability. Here we go. My Alpha Raichu versus yours. Ooh, shouldn't have put up a reflect. Should have light screened first. I'm gonna hope this one-shots. Pretty close, not quite enough, but that's also why we have the light screens here. Come on. Go underground. Okay, we win. I was a little more worried about this one because this one you can't use the same dig strategy where you just counter it. But I wasn't. I figured we'd be fine. There we go. I believe she also gives us an Alolan Raichu. What a spectacular victory, but don't go assuming we're done here yet. We need to highlight Alolan Raichu and generate excitement. It has one last thing to offer. Let's trade your Raichu for my Alolan Raichu. What do you say? No thanks. That's too bad. Well, Charge will always be here waiting for you to change your mind. What we're going to do now, I actually saw this, is I'm pretty sure we can go put my... Well, I need to keep him on the team for now. We need to go find a Raichu, so we'll quickly search. Raichu. There we go. And in this box, we have this Raichu, which we can then go put our Alpha Raichu away. And just because it's going to bother me, let me go fix this over in box 2. I believe we can actually trade this level 8 Raichu and keep our Alpha Raichu. The idea here is that your Raichu, the one you just beat her with, you trade off. But you don't need to. You just trade any Raichu. So that level 8 I made to originally when I thought I was just going to trade her for it. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. And here we go. We get an Alolan Raichu. Unfortunately, you can't get shiny Alolan Raichu. I think that'd be pretty sick, but you can get a regular one. Apparently, Alolan Raichu is really good. I've never used it because I've never beat Sun and Moon, but apparently it's pretty solid. Trading Raichu is how we'll spread the joy of the Alolan region form. You know the Alolan form is lovely, of course, but just plain Raichu are pretty adorable too. Well then, I'm off on another journey. I'll travel over to Alola, befriend a bunch of Alolan Raichu, and spread their cuteness all around the world. That's what Charge is all about. There we go, mission complete. So, now, we're going to go ahead and put my level 64 Alolan Raichu away. We're going to instead bring in our Aurorus here. I think I'll be fine with a level 60 Aurorus, but we're going to go ahead and change its moves up. We're up against a Tyrantrum, so Ice Beam, Blizzard. I don't even know if I have to do anything past that, because it is a Dragon type. Guess we can throw on Earth Power. Actually, Earthquake. And Outrage. Seems good to me. Again, I'm pretty sure this Aurorus is going to have 0 issues here, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and go show the power of Aurorus. I really wanted to get a shiny Aurorus and a shiny Tyrantrum for this, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get one. I did it for about 20 to 30 minutes doing the resets, but without having a controller that I can turbo and just like set it up and step away, I didn't feel the need to continue to just spam A. Oh, you brought in Aurorus? Thank you so much. Are you ready to battle? Please don't go easy on him. You'll need to go all out if you want to prove Aurorus' strength. I don't care what kind of trainer you are or how strong Aurorus is. My Pokemon is stronger. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I'm pretty sure you're just going to get bodied here. But, I mean, we'll see. I don't know what level his Tyrantrum is. I didn't look that stuff up. Let's see if a single Ice Beam takes care of this. Yes, it does. Whoa, your Aurorus is really strong for an Aurorus, you know that? That was amazing. I knew Aurorus was a powerful Pokemon. See, I told you we should get a Sail Fossil. That didn't prove anything about Aurorus. It just showed this trainer is really strong, that's all. Maybe, but still. So next time, Nage, you should battle me with an Aurorus of your own. How else are we really going to be able to prove how strong Aurorus is? So does that mean... Yeah, it means I'll get you that Sail Fossil. Make sure you raise Amara properly. Thank you so much for battling my brother. I promise I'll raise the strongest Aurorus in the world. I mean, with the... I was gonna say how much money, like, how does he have the money to afford that? But, with a level, like, 60 Tyrantrum, you might be tearing it up in, the ZA Royale. Or might have torn it up in the ZA Royale since it's gone now. There's no ranks anymore, I don't believe. So now, let's go ahead and... Oh, I didn't know you could have this... just can't close it. Got it. Okay. Let's go find our Tyrantrum. They used to be kind of sorted. Now there's just way too many Pokemon in my boxes for me to keep track of. So, here he is. Let's go do the final side quest. Tyrantrum's Furious Jaws. Head back over to Quasartico. And let's film Not Jurassic Park. You really have a Tyrantrum with you? Then I can assume you're willing to help us with the shoot. Of course. I knew I could count on you, and don't forget to give it your all as an extra. This is why I wanted to get a shiny Tyrantrum. I think it would have been cool to see this scene with a shiny. Alright, everyone, let's do this. Lights, camera, action. What is that? Just look there. It's a monster. It's headed this way. Cut. It's like your dog. It's like a dog whenever you're mad at him. It just knows. It's like, oh, let me not be mad at my trainer. Come on now, that's not the time to try and get cuddles from your trainer. What are you trying to do? Charm the audience? Director, in spite of his fierce looks, I think Tyrantrum actually can learn the move Charm. I guess even that vicious temperament doesn't stop it from being a cuddlebug with its trainer. What? That means it can't be in the same scene as its trainer. But wait, hold on a moment. An ancient Pokemon forming a bond with a human. Yes, I think that could work. Are you sure, Director? I don't think we've had a single shoot where we stuck to the script. Huh, worry not. The theme of our films is no longer the terrifying reality of wild Pokemon. It's now coexisting with wild Pokemon. All of our footage showing the heartwarming sides of Pokemon fits perfectly with this new theme. And I dare say it's a better fit for Lumiose than focusing on the terror. Yes, this is going to be a huge hit. I can feel it. And we were able to make this pivot only due to your help, my young friend. You have my thanks. And there we go, side mission 115 completed. And that is almost every side mission in the game completed. I won't spoil it yet, but there is one more that we can unlock. However, we're going to have to wait to do that till after we've done the ZA Royale. So, I'm going to quickly go swap my team around, and then let's talk about the ZA Royale, shall we? Go ahead and grab them, and then just quick move all of them. I like to, again, keep them in a specific order, because at this point I'm... What? At this point I'm used to it. There we go. So, there's my team. Reset and ready to go. And let's head over to the ZA Royale for one of the last things that we can do in the game. So, ZA Royale I actually thought was pretty easy. I was able to get it down to about 15 minutes per ticket. So in one night, I was usually able to complete 2 tickets, with the second match being right before the night ended. There's actually one where I got almost 3 in. I ended up doing 2 matches, plus I got to about 40,000 on my third ticket, which was about 140,000-ish, like, of the tickets in a single game. And that's because I just optimized trying to pick up which ones I could get. So if I already had one where it's like, use fire moves to hit a certain Pokemon, I would then try to avoid any others that require specific hits, or I would look for one that would say, like, try to start a battle with fire types. Now, I wouldn't avoid it. If I had 3 tickets, I pretty much ran it, but there were some tickets I avoided just because it would take more time, and it would basically conflict. So I would never have 3 start battles with X move, because it would just take too much time. After that, I'd come back here and fight. So for the competitors themselves in the Infinite ZA Royale, these reward matches, the first one's always going to be Zach, and this next one at 15 is always going to be the same as well. However, the other 13 in between there are completely random, and they are chosen from any of the unique characters in the game. So that includes Emma, that includes any of the, like, final, the promotion match bosses, that includes any of their sidekicks, and it includes certain NPCs that have specific, outfits, dialogue, costumes, so such as, Yvonne, Zavi, I think his name was, the kid, and then the chef, all the ones that were the ranks for Y, X, and U, or W, whichever one it was. All of those were competitors, and I fought all of them. And then you also have the girl with the Florges, or the girl with the Flabebe, who is down here at the hairstylist. She actually appears as a competitor. I didn't fight her, but I did just look it up because I was curious if it was random or not. And yes, you can fight her as well with all 4 of the different Florgeses. Usually they have a team of 6. Most of them have a team of 6. I think some of them have a team of 5. I guess all 5 Florgeses, all the colors of them. And so yeah, that's about what it was. I ended up fighting... Oh, and Manny. You can fight the fanboy of Canary. So yeah, pretty much any character that has a unique outfit, and plus like the Florges girl. I think she's the only other example of that. So with all that done, we've done 14 matches. It's time to go ahead and do our 15th. That way we can progress the story to the almost last thing. So let's go ahead and start this match. This is also always guaranteed. This person is always going to be your rival, Tawny. I actually realized that the guy, if you choose a female character, the guy character has a different name than Tawny. I don't know what that character's name is. But yeah, they are not also named Tawny. So we'll go ahead and hop in this. And again, this is a unique fight. This is always going to be your 15th match. Isn't the Infinite ZA Royale great? I haven't had a chance for an all-out match with you since we fought to see who's the strongest. Mega Evolution user. Watch me win. I also noticed my team wasn't fully healed before we came in here. I actually made that mistake and was healing him before every time I came in here. Turns out before and after these matches, you'll automatically heal your Pokemon. So my Pokemon will be at full health right now. We hop into this. And I have level 90s. Like, if I wanted my Feraligatr to be max level, he could be right now. I don't need him to be max level, but he could be. And he actually does, it's like so much damage, even without moves that are super effective. Like you can see, we basically just brute forced our way through that Meowstic with 3 hits back to back. I think Outrage actually might have one-shot, and if it was a plus move Outrage, I am almost confident it would have one-shot. Plus move Outrage on Feraligatr is insane. I also found out he wasn't Adamant Nature. I just had never swapped him to Adamant. I actually found that out at like rank battle 11, so it wasn't until much later. It's because I was actually looking. I tried to use a Carbos on him and realized he was already, I couldn't use it. So I went to check what his stats were and saw that I forgot to make him the nature he should have been this whole time. So went ahead and made him a Adamant Nature, and now he's even stronger. And again, a plus move Outrage can one-shot almost any Pokemon besides a Fairy type when they're immune to it. Here we go, Meganium. Let's just end this off, shall we? Is this not your Mega? Same with Chandelure. Some of these Pokemon, like a Overheat from Chandelure, a Earthquake from Crocodile, an Electro Ball from Ampharos. Here's the Eternal Flower Floette. And then Gardevoir, just in general, can basically one-shot almost any Pokemon, even if they're not weak to it. Time to use the power of our bonds with everyone in Lumiose and Mega Evolve. The only time it won't is if you're fighting like a Steelix or an Aggron, anything with like insane defenses. Here we go. There's a Mega Evolved Floette actually in battle. Mega Eternal Flower Floette. Unfortunately for Mega Eternal Flower Floette, as I mentioned, that was just a flamethrower. That wasn't even an overheat. There's our overheat. Energy Ball. I don't want her to die, so let's swap to something else. Draining Kiss. I can just show off Calm Mind. Plus Mega. Did that Calm Mind stick? It did. Moonblast. Unfortunately, she's almost dead, but yeah, that Calm Mind Mega Gardevoir one-shots almost any Pokemon with a Moonblast, even if they're resistant. No wonder you're the strongest of us all. And so for beating the 15th match, I'm really glad we met, you know? I couldn't have taken on the whole ZA Royale or protected Lumiose if you hadn't been there. Received a prize for winning your reward match. 5 bottles of protein. Probably some EXP candy mediums. Yep, 15. Johnny, can I have a word? Emma? Yeah, sure. It must be pretty important if you came to find me. Sorry, give us just a second, okay? I did fight Emma in the ZA Royale. Or in the Infinite Royale. Emma, you're sure? Alright. Tails, come on. We need to make a stop at Quasartico HQ. Did she find the person? I don't know any story spoilers. I just know what you unlock. Did we find the person that Tawny was looking for? Thanks for coming, both of you. Just triple checking. Tawny, your jacket was a keepsake from your mom, right? Yeah, it was. Well, I found the person who gave it to your mom in the first place. Yeah, shocker, it's Jet. Yeah, duh. That jacket was a gift from me. Why is everyone shocked? She basically hinted at it earlier when she talked about the jacket. I'm sorry. Tawny, I'm quite sure that your mother was my daughter. Your mother worked hard to develop hologram technology, did she not? Well, that's right. Your mother and I, we disagreed over the direction in which this company was moving. She left, saying that she had her own research she wished to pursue. Yes, she worked hard at the research, all while caring for me when I was just a kid. There's a lot for her to handle on her own. I think she ended up doing work for Team Flare, or maybe getting support from Lysander. It is true that your mother's research contributed to the invention of Team Flare's hologram devices. That very same research enabled us to develop our own holotech here at Quasartico Inc. Even though she chose to walk a separate path, still we find these points of intersection. Life truly is curious at times. So Mom's hard work helped make the wild zones and everything possible. She burned herself out doing all that. In the end, she had to go to some faraway region to try and rest. I see. And I suppose that is where she... Yeah. I knew my mom had ties to Lumiose, so I figured I'd find you, or someone who knew her here. But of course, our family was not originally from Lumiose. That's why it was a struggle to find any leads. Till I noticed that jacket. Couldn't be sure at first, it was certainly seen some hard days since I'd last seen it, and of course you finally added some flair of your own. That's what prompted President Jet to enlist me to do some sleuthing for her too. At that moment, it struck me. What if President Jet and Tawny are related to, and searching for, one another? My daughter, your mother. Did she ever speak about me? She regretted never talking to you again after she left. She said if I ever met you, I should tell you something. Even though you and she walked different paths, there was still so much you had in common. Noticing what you shared made her life feel fuller, even after she left. Maybe especially after. If only I'd been less stubborn. If only I'd tried to reach back across the divide sooner. I think it's alright. She'd be glad to know her message reached you, at least. I must ask one thing of you, Tawny. I bear a responsibility for Quasartico Inc. choosing to conceal the truth about the tower's threat from the public for so long, and so I plan to step down as president. But the urban redevelopment plan must continue. We must make Lumiose City into a place that truly belongs to both people and Pokémon. Having some continuity in the project's leadership, it could help the transition go a little smoother. Perhaps if someone who had been helping already were to step into my shoes. Someone who is already a leader in their own right. Wait, you're not saying what I think you're saying, are you? You want me to take over as CEO of Quasartico? Me, leading the whole company. I mean, I guess it makes sense to keep it in the family, but... You know what? All right. I doubt Mom would have wanted me to refuse. You understand why I have to do this, right? Of course I get it. Thank you so much. Oh, you can also fight the Team MZ trainers in the ZA Royale as well. Hey, Floette. You were listening, right? I'm gonna be real busy for a while. Probably won't have time to be a good Pokemon trainer. So you should do like AZ would have wanted. Help Tails keep Lumiose safe. Thanks, Floette. Here. Use this well, Tails. So we get the final Mega Stone in the game, Floette. Special Floette holding the stone will be able to Mega Evolve during battle. Tails. I'm so sorry to break up your team this way. It's alright. Even if we're apart for a little while, we'll always be Team MZ. I'll come give them the whole story later, but could you break the news to Lita and Naveen? I'll whip up an extra special croissant curry to make it all up to you, I promise. Let's all keep doing what we can to make Lumiose the best place it can be. But there's still one Pokemon we're missing from our Pokédex. So let's say we go get it, shall we? That is the final Mega Stone, though. You'll see we get a big boost to there. And if we go to our Pokédex, go to our Mega Stone, we can view Mega Floette here, the single bloom Pokemon. I won't be using Floette. I believe it ends up in my box. It is, by all accounts, basically a legendary. I don't think it has legendary stats necessarily. Yeah, this is your Eternal Flower Floette. And I think if you go to your Pokédex and then go down to Floette, I believe it just pops up as a variant, the 5th variant of Floette, Eternal Flower. Wish there was a shiny version of it. I think that'd be pretty cool, but unfortunately there's not. There's also not a Eternal Flower version of Florges. Wait, that's interesting. Hold on. White, blue, orange. Oh, it's because I haven't caught them all. Got it. And then same here. No Eternal Flower Florges. So, with that, we're not quite done yet. I believe we need to go back to Hotel Z. We might have to do something else first, but I believe it's just, yep, head into Hotel Z. A being that gives and a being that takes. Both actions are vital to maintaining balance, but in excess, either could destroy it. I actually think you can do this before the ZA Royale, I just held off. My memories remain vague, indistinct, yet there is one thing I know. Long ago I tried to give too much, but my good deeds saw no reward. I swallowed in despair, in resentment, and I decided to take everything for myself instead. Then came Zygarde, a being that seeks to correct excess, to find moderation, to restore balance. I can only imagine that is why it would save me, the one who'd fired the ultimate weapon. And now I must ask something of you. Battle me so that I may see who you truly are as a trainer. To keep the world in balance, mission start. I believe this is the first and only time you fight L in the entire game. I don't remember fighting him anywhere else. You might have, but again, I don't remember it, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Are you prepared to battle me? I once believed that victory was the only meaning to be found from battle. But I am certain that I will enjoy battling you. Oh, that's so cool. What a good theme, too. Alright, let's do it. I wonder if this is the same team from X and Y. I'll have to look it up after to see if he is using his exact same team. Yeah, my team's just so overpowered, it's kind of insane. Oh, my Dream Kiss in one shot. It will if it's a Mega, and it will if it's Calm-Minded, I think. But it doesn't quite do it if it's just base. I should also mention I went and got the Greninja Knight, from the online matches. Honestly, the online matches weren't bad. It was pretty easy. It took me like 7 or 8 matches, and they're like 2.5 minutes long, so pretty easy. Mega Gyarados, huh? That's so cool. All right. Zap Cannon. This might... Oh, just barely couldn't do it. Outrage. Bring in Victory Bell for a Leech Life to finish it off. Excellent. I can feel the fire of your convictions burning deep within your heart. This is why we battle. To reach understanding. Trainer to trainer, trainer to Pokemon, and Pokemon to Pokemon. I suppose that is why AZ, like you, wished for the ZA Royale to resume. 5 years ago, a group of children stood against me in defiance. If I tried to understand them, perhaps I would never have fired the ultimate weapon. Zygarde? How curious. I believe it meant to beckon you to the tower. That much is what I can intuit from my experience working with Zygarde. What it wants with you at that fateful place, I cannot say. And you even heal up my Pokemon? I have quite literally an infinite amount of Hyper Potions, Revives, and Max Revives. And even just Max Potions. I have over $1 million, so... There we go, we're fully healed. And because we're fighting a Zygarde, let's go ahead and get my Gardevoir out front and head to Area 20. What's up, Zygarde? What you got for me? Do our usual little check here, see if there's any shiny Pokemon hanging around here. I like to at least check the starter locations, because I'd love to get one of the shiny starters. I think that'd be sick. I know there's people who have been grinding there's streamers who grinded the shiny starters, and they're on like 4,000 plus encounters. They've been at it for like 16 hours or something. It's insane. And no luck either. Nope, nothing for me. So let's go ahead and swing by. I don't even have the shiny charm. I didn't expect it, but might as well always check. Will you battle Zygarde? I'm ready for this. Here we go. He has his own little mega arena here. All right, Zygarde. Moonblast. Yup. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Again, we're level 89, but that's only a few levels higher than Zygarde. It's just kind of broken how strong you can get. We're gonna go for a Draining Kiss because I'm gonna be hit here. Fully heal off that. Hit him again. Draining Kiss again. And we should... I probably don't need to use my last Calm Mind here. Or another Calm Mind. Be able to finish it right here. Ooh, wish I would have had Draining Kiss instead. There we go. However, that was only the 10% Zygarde. Here is the 50% Zygarde. Let's go Mega. Calm Mind. Moonblast. Yep, that's about what I expected for damage. Gardevoir is, from what I've seen, the best Pokemon to use against this fight. I knew this is how you got him because I was wondering where you get him from. And I was like, oh yeah, when you fight him, just use Gardevoir. I was like, okay. Ow. Oh, I was supposed to pull her back right there. Whoops. We're so fine. Yeah, I forgot that you're supposed to pull it back right there. Ooh, it's Calm Mind. Moonblast. Draining Kiss. Probably could have thrown up screens before this, but I don't want to change up who I had on my team. And can we just brute force it here? We're going to get one last hit. Okay, there we go. That was only 50% Zygarde. Here's complete Zygarde. Let's go open with a Mega. I actually don't know if he can go Mega since I have his Mega Stone right now. So I don't know if we'll be fighting a Mega version of Zygarde or not. Yeah, focus on me. Focus on me. Gardevoir tears up in ranked too. If Gardevoir could go off, get a Calm Mind, and go Mega, it was one-shotting every Pokemon it fight. Oh, maybe this is where I'm supposed to pull on back. Oh my good god. Huh. Well, that was bad. I really need this to get off my screen so that way I get back up to full HP here. I would hate to lose and have to redo my first Mega Fight and it be the last Mega Fight in the game, basically. Oh boy. It is the last Mega Fight in the game, but I don't know if it's technically a Mega Fight. Because I don't know if you fight the Mega version of Zygarde. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I don't know what this is. Uh-oh. I was trying to pull her back. I can't pull her back. She's locked in. Okay, we're fine. Max Revive. I've stockpiled them the whole game. Time to use them. Let's go ahead and get ready to Draining Kiss here. Oh, I didn't even get hit from that. Never mind. The less she moves, the better. Because you don't want her to have to keep readjusting before she uses Moonblast, or else she just isn't as strong. Okay, well, we have enough time to Calm Mind probably here. Sucks. Every time he gets stunned, I'm mid-Mega Transformation. Okay, the blacks on the side of my screen are gone. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I can't pull her back. Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, good God. Oh, good God. Gardevoir's not dead somehow. Maybe she didn't get hit there. And one more Moonblast should finish this off, and we'll see if there is a fourth phase. Yep. Let your Pokeball fly. You can choose any Pokeball you want for Zygarde. I think a Dusk Ball is only fitting. It is a 100% chance to capture. I do have my Master Ball right there. And there we go. That is the Pokédex completed. And we do one last fist bump with Zygarde. So this legendary Pokemon has joined forces with the mightiest trainer in Lumiose. The thought of you two combining your power gives me hope for the future of this city. You should have this. It will allow Zygarde to change its form. The Zygarde Cube. An item in which Zygarde cores and cells are gathered. You can also use it to change Zygarde's form. So basically you can change it between its 10% and 50% and complete form. Well, it has 3 forms. You can use it to change between 10 and 50. When it is at half HP, it will automatically turn into its complete form. And then I believe it can Mega Evolve only when it's in its complete form. So to use it, it also can use Nihil Light. But basically, you have to get your Zygarde below 50, and then you have to Mega it after that. It's a kind of a pain, and I don't plan on using Zygarde because we're at the end of the game anyways. But he's more of a post-game Pokemon anyways. When Zygarde used up its strength protecting Pokemon from the light of the ultimate weapon, its parts scattered to far-off places, absorbing the power of those lands, and seeking humans who would give it aid. And now that I think of it, the moves that Zygarde used when it's Mega Evolved, they reminded me of Z moves, like those used in the Alola region. But perhaps I'm reading too much into it. Now it falls to me to ponder. What should I do with the 3,000 years I must live? Is this something you want to do? There is. This day I yearn to create a more beautiful world, and I will yearn for it forever. I once thought that we could achieve that world by fulfilling the materials needed of everyone. Now I know it's not so simple. An old proverb says, it is good to feed the hungry, but better to teach them how to feed themselves. I'd focused solely on what I believed the world needed, yet I lost sight of how to make it so that people can truly flourish. Thanks to what you and your Pokemon have done together, I've learned my lesson well. It is an outlandish dream far beyond my reach, but with 3,000 years' time, perhaps I can make it real. Much like AZ wandered far and wide across the world in search of Floette, I shall travel across vast reaches in search of ways to create the world I yearn for. When people manage to meet, it is a gift. Even living in the same time and place is no guarantee. The fact that we, and so many others, met and banded together to make Lumiose a better place is something we should treasure. Barring some great change, I doubt we will meet again, but I will carry these lessons with me. Au revoir, my young friend. I wonder if he'll be in other Legends games in the future. I mean, AZ wasn't in a game besides X and Y in this one. There we go, that is the last main mission completed. However, we still have a few more things left. If you want, you can use Zygarde. He comes at level 84. He's the legendary Pokemon. There's not much to talk about there. But here at Mabel's Research, we have one more to do. You have to win a total of 1,000 Pokemon battles. I'm sure if you're watching this, and by the time this has come out, you've seen many different ways to get these Pokemon battles done. I will be utilizing that, but I will be doing it off camera. We will still, at the very end of this episode, show me getting the Shiny Charm. But there's one last thing we have to do first. There is, in fact, one last side quest in the game. And to unlock it, you have to beat 20 matches in the ZA Royale. We have completed 15 of them, so I will go ahead and do the other 4, and then I'll come back on the last one, so that way we can see if it's a special fight. And after that 20th one, we will have one last side quest to tackle. So, again, I got it down to about one every 15 minutes, so I will see you guys in about an hour and a half. So you remember how I said earlier in the episode that I had almost gotten 3 done in one night? Well, I just did that. You can see we actually still have... I actually had about a quarter of a night left. If you haven't noticed, in the top left, there's actually a bar that slowly decreases to show you how much time you have left before it changes to the next day or night. But yeah, I ended up going into night, or the third round of battles with like 3 tickets worth like 20, 15, and 10,000 each almost completed. So I completed them so quick right at the beginning of the 20th ticket. So we can go into the ZA Royale app and see here our next match is ready to go. That will be the 20th one. On top of that, my Feraligatr on this very last fight to complete this ticket hit level 100. So that is a legitimate level 100 Feraligatr using no candies or rare candies at all. Personally, I think that's a huge accomplishment for me. So for everyone else, I'm going to go ahead and max them out. I want to max out my whole team before we go into some of this next stuff we're about to do. There's our Ampharos maxed. There's our Victory Bell maxed. We've got so many rare candies from fighting these fights, and I don't think I've used a single rare candy the whole game. So there's another level 100 in our Gardevoir. We're going to cash in some of these mediums real quick. Let's just use a few on Chandelure. There we go. We'll also use a few on Crocodile. Could use one more. There we go. And then that's just to maximize our rare candy usage and use less if we can. There we go. Level 100 Chandelure. And level 100 Crocodile. I am very pleased with this final team. I do wish I could have done all Megas. I also wish I could have done all new Megas. But I will take half my team being new Megas, the 2 others being Megas I've never used. And then Crocodile is just an absolute monster. Again, I thought about putting Zygarde on the team just to cover that ground weakness. But I would have had to swap out a lot more, like using a Greninja instead of my Feraligatr, so I would have had to grind Greninja up, so that way he could have replaced the water type and dark type. Then it was a whole thing, so I just didn't feel like doing it. Either way, though, let's go ahead and get on with the final part of this episode here. Go ahead and walk in here, and let's do our 20th match. I don't know if this one's special. If I knew it, I wouldn't have shown it if it isn't special. I don't know if Vinny's a guaranteed fight here or not. It kind of feels like he might be, just because we haven't fought him yet, but I haven't had any repeats, so let's go ahead and get through here. I'm guessing he's probably just a random fight since he didn't give us any unique dialogue or interaction or anything. It doesn't matter, we just got to beat the 20th fight here. Hello, Houndoom. Let's just clean this up. Have we fought Vinny since the very first time? Since we first learned about Megas? I can't remember. I don't think so. EQ. Come on, Crocodile, get out of the fire. Sharpedo. Close combat. Come on, Crocodile, get out of the water. Vinny is a hazards player. Lele, are you going to do the ice one too? I forget what it's called. Or you just get set up stealth rocks. No, it's ice beam. Never mind. Come on, Crocodile, get out of there. He might go down here, but XP doesn't matter anymore, so I'm not too worried about it. I would love to close combat you. I don't... Oh, wow. What a good... When they just sit there and wait, it's either because they don't have a move that can affect you. Like, if you're fighting a lot of the trainers who are electric trainers in the regular ZA Royale, they actually won't have any response to you if you're using Crocodile, since they can't damage you because they only have electric moves. But clearly not the case. Lopunny, if they do have something they can do, then they're probably just holding onto a Protect or a... Actually, most of the time it's Deflect. I've seen a couple of the other one. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but most of the time it's Deflect. I don't even know if I need a Mega here against this Drampa. Moonblast. Nope, there we go. He was only level 71. Sorry about that, Vinny. Okay, we get our reward. A gold bottle cap. 15 pieces of EXP candy medium. Do I get a phone call? Or does it just pop up? Okay, it just pops up on my map. Right here in Hotel Rich is Me. This is the final side quest in the game, unless there's some that people haven't found yet. This should be the final side quest in the game. Greetings, I've been expecting you. Lady Jacintha is waiting for you. Please come to the Society of Battle Connoisseurs battling area. Le Super Tournoi de Jacinthe. It's written at side mission 119. I feel like there should be at least one more for side mission 120. But as far as I could find, I could not find side mission 120. So, head inside the elevator. My dear Tails, you have my sincerest thanks for requesting the Infinite ZA Royale to be held as your reward for reaching rank A. In fact, it delighted me so much that I decided to hold a tournament of my own. It is called Le Super Tournoi de Jacinthe. Or Zero? I don't know, I can't tell. Care to guess what the O stands for, Tails? Ordinary? As if any of my endeavors could be described as ordinary. Oh, so there wasn't an actual answer. Got it. Oh. Got it. This is a tournament between only you and me. Thus, Le Super Tournoi de Jacinthe. Oh. No matter how many battles you win, your next opponent will always be me. Furthermore, you may face me as many times as you like, whether or not you manage to win the entire tournament. So do you understand now? Of course. Oh, using an O in your reply. How clever of you, Tails. So we have to fight her 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now let us begin. I'm certain you will fully appreciate my brilliance once you experience it. Let the tournament begin. I mean, I would have loved to bring a Metagross in here just so I could have just ensured I won. I don't think this is gonna be too hard. Sure, like my Gardevoir's not gonna be able to do much, but I'm pretty sure my Victory Bell just clears, and if Victory Bell goes down, because it has before, then I just clear with my Steel move on my Crocodile, especially because these are only level 73. There is almost no way your Pokemon aren't in the 90s if you've made it this far. Like, sure, Mawile's a little bit different, but I just switch over, use Overheat, and then go right back. Ooh, Aurora's actually was another problem. Oh, so next time I want to stay on it twice. We have Giga Drain, but she has Protect is the problem. Now, she would Protect regardless. But Chandelure could have just doubled up with a Flamethrower right after the Overheat. Gardevoir's another issue, but we just Sludge Wave. Because it's always going to try to Calm Mind first. And I believe these next... Yeah, Sylveon. I actually fought Jacinthe in the Infinite Royale. She was like my 19th battle. So I just fought her like 10 minutes ago. This happened last time too, because I also used Victory Bell right off the bat. So I kind of know her strategy already. It's not hard. I actually opened with a Toxic on this Victory Bell, Sludge Wave, and then odds are she kills, because I believe this one has Air Slash. So odds are she kills my Victory Bell. Ooh, wow. Protect instead of protecting on Sludge Wave. That's different. It has Mystical Fire, so... And there's the Air Slash. But it dies to Poison, so... There we go. That's one part done. I'm not even gonna read her dialogue unless it's unique. I'm guessing it's just like the last tournament. Yep, we just go straight into the next one. Allow me to heal. Yep, let's do it. I wish her team would change. I get it from a character perspective. This is, like, hilarious, and this is her, you know? But I wish they would either get stronger, and if it's level 73 again, they didn't get any stronger. I would wish she would either get stronger, or she would change Pokemon. Even if she just changes between the fairy types. Like, start off with, like, a Klefki, and then swap to Sylveon after. And then she also doesn't only use fairy types either, because she has a Morris, so... Or Aurorus. Let's try to stay into Chandelure this time around for this Aurorus. Aurorus is going to open with a Protect, so let's go ahead and Flamethrower first. Yep, and then we finish it with an Overheat. Ooh, doesn't quite finish it, but an Energy Ball will. Switch back over to Victory Bell, who can now Mega. We'll be in a better spot now with the Mega, since we'll have it for her Clefable. Sludge Wave, while she Calm Minds. This poor Sylveon, man. It doesn't even get to use anything, man. It tries to use Fake Tears, but the effect doesn't even go off before it goes down. There's a Clefable, so we Toxic. Then Sludge Wave, and I'm wondering if a Mega will actually do the job here. Because I've never... In the Infinite Royale right there that I fought her in like 10 minutes ago, and then right here, both of them I didn't actually hit with the Mega, and yes, that does it. There we go. Oh boy, I won. Time to fight her again. It's the semi-final round versus her. I wish you would at least, like, have a Xerneas, you know? I also realized, I saw a post before I filmed this, where I didn't realize that every single of the leaders and their, like, sidekicks, they all are a resistant team matchup. So, for Kanari, her grandpa is immune to her. It's all immune matchups, rather. So, Kanari's grandpa is immune to Kanari. Ivor's sister is immune to Ivor. And then, the bodyguard is immune to Corbu. I forget his name, but the bodyguard is immune to Corbu. And then, this is the only one that's a little bit different, because usually it's the bodyguard or sidekick is immune to the leader. But for her, it's, Jacinth, is immune to, her maid. So I thought that was pretty cool that each of these, like, type matchups are almost entirely the opposite. Uh-oh. Well, so much for me talking mess about, Sylveon there. I was hoping we figured out who Tawny was looking for. Even though I was pretty certain that girl was related to her, Jet was related to her based off a previous interaction. I just didn't know if we were actually going to... I didn't know if that was the person she was looking for or not. So, I wonder what the DLC is going to be about then. I wonder if it's going to be its own standalone DLC. Kind of like the Paldean games. Scarlet Violet's DLC was kind of like their own things. They had to do with each other, but didn't really have to do anything with the main story. But this game, because it's Legends and focuses more on the story, feels like it probably has something to do with this. I can't think of any unanswered questions that have happened. It's something about a mega dimension. Maybe it has to do with the Pokemon that are still flocking here and trying to be a part of it, but clearly Quizarticle wasn't a bad guy. There was, like, no bad guys in this. So I'm not sure. Not even, like, a final twist like there was at the end of Arceus. I don't think there has to be. But nothing like that either. Because if you compared it to Arceus, either this or the L fight would be more like the very last fight of Arceus. Because this is your reward for clearing all 20 of them, whereas the fight with L is your reward for basically capturing everything or doing everything else. But I believe in Arceus, the final fight is only after you've completed the Pokédex. It's been a long time since I've done it, so I don't quite remember. Flamethrower, Energy Ball. That one shot. Wasn't actually expecting that one. Let's Mega Victory Bell while we wait for this Calm Mind. Fun fact, the Mega Timer continues to count down if your opponent is Mega Evolving. I found that out because I had about a quarter left on my Victory Bell whenever, I think it was Jacinth was Mega Evolving her Clefable. And when it came out of the animation, my Victory Bell was completely out of Mega. It didn't even show it D-Mega. It just was back to normal. Because time keeps going, even in the Mega animation. And here we go. Was this the semifinals or the finals? I think this was the finals. Alright, Jacinth. Oh, I totally forgot you had Protect, or I would have used something else. I don't think it matters. But, here we go. Here we are. I'm the winner of Super Tornoid de Jacinth. Out of the victor goes the grandest prize of all. Master Ball, which is... the right to battle me at any time forever. Thanks. That's my reward for going through 20 fights. Congratulations. From the bottom of my heart, I commend your victory. There we go. As far as I know, 30 luxury balls. As far as I know, that is the very last side quest in the game. That means all that's left at this point is to get the shiny charm. I will quickly show off what we have to do. I know I've talked about it earlier in the episode, but this is a reminder, the very last thing we need is to complete 1,000 Pokemon battles. I'm only at 469. There are tons and tons of ways to do this. I won't be showing it off on camera. There's so many people who have made videos on this. I'm going to be fighting in, I believe it's this restaurant down here, Restaurant Lana, the easiest one. And I'm going to be setting a macro to automatically use left trigger or ZL plus A or B. I believe it has to be A. So that way I'm automatically clicking through all the dialogue and I'm constantly pressing ZL. So that way it targets onto the opponent. I believe you have to like click it for like 3 or 4 seconds, then release. And that's how we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it entirely AFK. It's a brand new day, which means this will probably be my last day spent in Legends ZA unless I decide to go do a little bit of shiny hunting. So, 254 total prize money. Now, I've said this a few times. I'm still waiting for a controller to come in. So, for you guys, it'll be in just a second. But for me, I will see you guys in 2 days. Roughly 2 days, once I've finished up getting my 1,000 battles complete. See you guys here in a second. Alrighty, guys. I know for you it's only been a few seconds, but for me it has been 3 days. My controller actually got delayed by 1 day, so I wasn't able to get it in my hand till Tuesday when I thought I was going to get it on Monday. So it has been 3 days now. I was able to get it set up, got the macros going, and it only took about 7 hours, between 7.5 hours. So it really wasn't that long. I thought I was going to have to leave it on overnight, but I was able to just do it at the start of the day, and here at the end of the day, I'm able to finish it up. So you can see there, we are ready to collect our shiny charm. All roughly 500 battles have been finished. However, there's one thing I want to show off right before we end it off. Also, you can see I had a Lucario. Lucario with extreme speed is just insane. It's like the fastest you can grind it. But I wanted to quickly show something off that I saw that people discovered. This should be the Spupa from... Let's see if I can see where I caught it. Yeah, this is the Lumiose Museum Spupa. Now, in this game, all of the Vivillons are actually the exact same species of Vivillon. You can see we got 593 candies. They're all the exact same species of Vivillon, except for one Spupa in the game, as far as we know right now. Go away. One Spupa can actually evolve into a different variant of the Vivillon. So I want to show this off. This will be the last thing I show off before we end off the episode. Yeah, that is a unique winged Vivillon there. Which again, you can't get any other version in the game other than that one. You can actually check in Pokédex. You saw it pop up there because it is a brand new version. But if we go down to our Vivillon, we can actually change to Meadow pattern. This is the one that's everywhere else, except for this one's Marine pattern. So I thought that was a pretty cool little feature there. If there's any other features like that, let me know in the comments. I'm sure I'll see them as they come out. But with all that done, I'm actually going to go ahead and box my Lucario up. Of course, we didn't get any shinies because all we were doing was going through the battles. But with that, it's time to claim our shiny charm. As promised, a shiny charm for your work. Nice, a shiny charm for you. Nice work reaching research level 50. I've got a level with you, kid. You've gone right through all the rewards I prepared. So I guess all I can say for now is well done. You've been a really big help and I appreciate it. And so, that's it. That is every single one completed. And of course, the shiny charm is now in our inventory. We're not going to notice anything right off the bat here just because, you know, we actually have to go spawn Pokemon in with the shiny charm. We'll give Area 20 a single teleport here. I'm still trying to get used to controller controls on the Switch 2 because I typically use the Joy-Cons. And so my hands just automatically default to, like, the Xbox and PlayStation default controls. I will go till I see at least a round of starters. Just again, that's kind of crazy. Just to give it, you know, the best shot we can at trying to get a shiny that I actually care for here. But I don't really care too much about getting a shiny right now. At least not in this episode. I don't really care about getting an Alpha Bulbasaur, but if we get one, that'd be sick. Oh, there we go. Got an Alpha Bulbasaur. I'd actually moved to the shiny box because I figured the next Pokemon I would catch would be a shiny. But, yeah, like I said, we'll give it one run through this place. See if we get any new shinies just right here with the brand new shiny charm equipped. And if not, that'll be it. Let's see, any luck with any Charmander Tepig spawns here? No, wow. Actually, because I didn't see any other starters besides Bulbasaur, let me give this one more go. Because this feels super unlikely. Let's just give it one more shot here. As long, again, I just want to see starters to see what our chances are here. Interesting. It is really giving me the rare spawns right now, huh? Gardevoirs, nothing spawning right here. Aggron. More Aggron. Well, there's a Tepig spawn. Like I said, I just wanted to see a few starters, see if any of them spawn, and there's a Charmander spawn as well. Unfortunately, no shiny spawns. Leave me alone. And so, with that, guys, this has been Pokemon Legends ZA. If there's anything else you want to see me cover, let me know down in the comments below. When the DLC comes out, I will probably cover that. Most DLCs that come out for Pokemon games probably won't take more than 6 to 8 episodes, but I do plan on covering it once it fully comes out. So, with that, guys, I will see you all in the next Let's Play.